Strap on those pads.
Go in and get the sack.
Put your hand in the dirt.
No, my hand's in there. Hold on.
And stuff that cup.
And I feel pressure on my balls.
It's College Football Friday. Football Friday. One committed to play for the Joker.
The amount of soft man that we saw drove me nuts.
The other was a star at Campbell's Dump.
I'm not trying to be an ass here. I'm just speaking exactly what's going on.
And Double J played in the NFL.
I wouldn't touch that game.
Okay.
I wouldn't touch that game with a 10-foot pole or yours.
These big boys are here to learn you some pigskin.
I'm a really smart fan. You're a really stupid fan because you can't look at your team and say, wow, this isn't good.
It's College Football Friday on ESPN Louisville Plus. Subscribe and smash that freaking like button. Now, here's your hosts, James Streble, Justin Jeffries, and Max Godby.
All right, we're live here at Hawks. Come say hello, Justin Jeffries,
What's
James
going on?
Streble, Justin Sofro out here enjoying Oktoberfest. The sun right now is going down.
Thank goodness.
It's cooling off.
Well,
it feels
you are
fantastic.
red.
I'm red. I look.
You're
But
a
take
lobster.
look at this. His glasses off.
Look at,
How
oh
bad
my
is it?
God. It's not terrible.
Not terrible.
I've seen
okay.
worse. I've seen
okay,
worse
I thought
on
I
a
had
Caucasian male.
I thought I had the white raccoon eyes.
I do have that. Look.
Oh, you can
it's
tell
permanent.
a little bit. Yeah,
It's permanent.
It's permanent. Why is it permanent?
Because I always wear my sunglasses.
Oh,
Like
okay.
constantly.
So
like I'll have a sunglass tan in February.
So it's part of your facial features, much like
No
your
question.
beard. It's
Like
not,
that's how I know. Like when I cut my beard, like when I trim my stuff up, like I know where to go based off my sunglasses. So it's fantastic.
That's a good point of reference. That's a good point
Very
of reference.
good point, and it never leaves.
But we're out here again. We're at Hawks Oktoberfest. Thank you to Trevor Cravens. Your boy got the special Sam. Here, let me turn this around. Sam Adams Collective Stein here. I'm enjoying this tremendously.
Look at you.
How
Look at
about
you.
that? Yes, I'll be drinking this and more as we break down some college football games. Kentucky hosting Vanderbilt this weekend. I'll be at that game. We can dive into that. Virginia is hosting the Cards after they lose to SMU. We got a whole host of others. A big weekend in college football. Before we do that, let's react a little bit to last weekend. I haven't heard your thoughts, Justin Jeffries. Haven't heard your thoughts, Justin Sofro.
I wish people could see Justin Sofro right now. Oh, they can?
Oh, there you go.
I was
He's
about
in
to
the
say,
corner.
I was like, hey, my man is over there just smashing this sandwich.
You're damn right
Like
he
it
is.
looks so delicious.
Is that a patty melt? That's what I had. It was delicious.
Oh
The patty
my
melt is
gosh.
fire.
Oh, it
I
looks
forgot
so
I have
good.
a mic. Oh, it's so good.
It looks delicious.
Streble was talking about it, and Phil was like, get you something. I'm about to hit the road here in the next hour and a half.
Yeah.
You're going down to Florida.
I'm getting half the way down there.
I hear
Getting to Bama.
Bama.
But
What's
I-
wrong, Kellen
oh, I
DeBoer?
can't
Why
wait.
is he wearing a T-shirt?
Dude,
Gosh darn it.
Fat Boy is looking forward to some banana pudding from Bama. Saw's Barbecue.
There you go.
Shout out down
That
there.
sounds fantastic.
Anyway, I saw Streble munching on this Hawks Corner. This thing's fantastic.
Thing-
The onion rings and all this.
Oh, it's delicious.
Come down here, get you some.
Get you some. It's packed out here right now. It's
Hawks
fantastic. Hawk Tua. We're out here celebrating.
That's gotta be. They can't love that, right?
They can't love that, or
Okay,
they do love that.
Like, it's
No,
either
you
one, like,
gotta
there's-
love it. You
Like
gotta-
there's no
oh.
one. There's no middle ground. With
No,
that
you
one.
love
Like,
it or
you
you
either
hate
love
it.
that or you hate it, right?
They need to have her out here, and so she can do her podcast.
right here, right where we're sitting.
Yeah, absolutely.
You either love it or you're kind of tired of it, like I am now.
It's
where
done.
she's coming
It's
up,
run.
and I'm like, oh, you're dumb about everything.
Yeah.
Well, you know how I know it's a psyop.
Oh,
It's
God.
like
Oh,
she.
God.
Here we
Here
go.
we
Well,
go.
I gotta stop. I'm gonna start here.
What is he?
Her-
Is he red pilling us?
She's an entertainment plant. She
And
was
the hurricane,
she was nobody. She was nothing. All of a sudden, now she has the #3 podcast in the world behind Joe Rogan and Tucker Carlson. So that's how I know she's a plant. You don't go from spit on that thing to the #3 media voice in the entire planet.
I got a question for
I
you.
think.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that happen to you?
437-9680 is the UPS job text line. If you want to get on the show,
Real quick,
you can
real
comment on YouTube as
Well,
well.
also, like, I think you said you've never heard of that. I'm pretty sure that's how most people get famous.
That not nowadays, yes. No, but I think it was not only the fame, Justin, but just the automatic. You have millions of listeners.
0 to the moon.
0 to the moon,
Yeah.
and it was like, does she have any, like, no one even thought maybe she had something interesting to say or not.
For what?
It was exactly. It was just, oh, we got to tune into the Hot Tour Girls podcast because she has on, as you can see, he's like major guests.
No question.
All of a sudden, it's like, okay, hold on a second, like this is, and she like,
Why can't they pick me?
She embraced Elon Musk like immediately, like right off the bat. It was like, oh yeah, I love X, I love Elon Musk. Like this was a work. In the wrestling biz, they call it a work. This was a work.
Why can't I be that guy?
Or me.
Yeah, I mean, why can't
I'm with you.
like say something dumb? Well, I do
that every day, 3 to 6 on ESPN 680 1057.
Some would say that's how you got into this.
It really
is
is.
Streble the psyop of ESPN Louisville?
I am. I'm the psyop. I'm pushing government propaganda.
He started from the message boards. Now he's got an afternoon drive time show.
And now I'm on YouTube with
And now he's
Justin
on
Jeffries.
YouTube. I know,
Exactly, just stuff for that. I see Zach Cantrell milling about it. Come here, Zach EC. Get over here. Get over here.
Look at my guy.
We're going to go 3 wide here. Is that okay, Justin?
I don't give a damn what you do.
Grab that mic, Zach Cantrell. You grab that mic. We set it up for you. We had a feeling.
Talk to the mic.
Where is the mic? It's wrapped up down there. Just grab it.
Go under the table.
With both hands.
A little bit further
A
left.
little
further
lower.
left side.
A little lower. A little to the side. A little to the side.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Easy,
Now,
easy.
Ooh, careful. Watch your nails.
Watch your teeth.
Those two. We have a whole slate of college football games to go over. We'll have Zach Cantrell.
Look how small Zach looks.
Oh,
though.
he does. Compared to you, yes. He looks. Hello, young man. Hello, yes. What's up? I am. Oh, you're a Louisville fan. Oh man, you hear that? Why? Well, you know, I got to play a part, young man. I got my stunning shades on. You're a little bit jealous of these glasses. He's gave me that look like, no, big dog. Well, I'll give you the L's down.
Boo this
Jack
man.
Harlow hates this. You hear what I'm saying? You understand me? Jack Harlow hates this. All right, we're having fun here live at Hawks. But Zach Cantrell joined the show. Hello, Zach.
What's going on? Wait.
We got to plug him in.
We got to plug him.
We got to plug him in. Plug him in. Plug in, Zach.
I gotta slide you in real
Put him in the hole.
I mean, it's just the script writes itself.
At least
there.
I don't have to do a Tri-State Men's Health read here. There he is.
They
All right,
There we go.
What's up, Zach?
What's
Cantrell?
going on, guys?
You're spicy.
You're spicy. He's a little high, Justin. Not in that way. This is
Not this time.
his vocals are a little high. All right, we're going to talk college football, Zach Cantrell.
All
How
right.
about that? Let's do that. All right, let's start off with again reaction from last week. We'll move into this week.
Yeah.
Virginia, Louisville. That is obviously the thought on everyone's mind on Louisville's campus is SMU losing to them, a game they thought they had, a game they really had to have after Notre Dame, not because of the college football playoff or the ACC standings, but because just getting the good feelings back with Jeff Brohm and company. So they lose that game against SMU, and they had their chances sporadically, but SMU controlled that game from start to finish.
Yeah, I mean, and we talked about it last week. I mean, the big thing for us was a clean game.
Yeah,
and I knew U of L was done for when first I called U of L us.
Yeah,
and
you
you all
did.
had
You said us, yes.
both you and Anna had a bleeping heart attack.
we gasped.
I don't know what was worse, that one or when I said I like Rocky Top. Like both of those were just as bad.
Oh, Rocky Top was worse.
Rocky Top's the worst. I don't need to hear it 100 times a game,
I
man.
don't know why I like it. I think it's just because they played it so much for us.
That and Boomer Sooner.
But see, I don't. That was way before. We didn't worry about.
That's
Boomer
piddly
Sooner back
shit.
then.
We didn't worry about Boomer
that was
Sooner.
Big 12 BS.
Get out
right?
of here.
But I knew they were, and I also knew they were doomed because all three of us picked them away. And
Yeah.
I think I said that. I think I said, well, they're
You
going to
did.
lose now.
Yeah.
But you know, as a U of L fan, and I know none of us. Well, I don't know what Zach is. He's a chameleon.
He's a chameleon.
So I don't know.
Chameleon
What are
Cantrell.
you today? I need to know. Are you a UK fan or are you a U of L fan today?
It depends on the day.
What's today?
Today we're rocking the UK, man.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
I promise I didn't
They're
lean
giving me
on
the
him.
post-game show. I don't hear myself on the Louisville post-game show.
That's
That's right.
true.
That's
No
Spencer
question.
Brown's territory,
That is
Dan.
Spencer
Yeah,
Brown's territory. He does a
100%.
great job over there.
100%.
But me, Brandon, and TJ hold down the fort for UK. How about that?
That's right.
do. You do a
Commenter
fantastic
says,
job.
Jonathan Rice says it's okay. Little guy, Zachy C's a Louisville
I mean,
fan.
he looks so small right
Depending
now.
I know. Sit next to you.
Next to you. I mean, jeez.
Well, it's also perspective.
I
He's
know
the farthest
Streble looks
away.
bigger. Streble looks bigger than I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'm not.
No.
I'm
You
not.
guys
Well,
dwarf me.
But I was really disappointed in the defense. I mean, to be able to game plan all week and really let that quarterback kind of sweat his cancer.
has more hair than I thought he would.
But really let the SMU offense control that game. The defense couldn't get a grasp on it. And I've listened to you guys a little bit this week and everybody on ESPN Louisville. And the narrative that the in-helmet communications is an issue is the biggest load of bullshit I've ever heard.
I agree with that.
Because when I was playing back in my day, there was 14 people on the sideline giving 17,000 hand gestures.
Right.
Yeah.
And now you have one person talking to you in your ear, and then you get to convey
So
that.
that's more confusing somehow than all the signs.
Then all the signs
and
and
everything.
exactly.
And
What?
the Patrick Starfish
And
placard that goes
the
up.
Michael
Yeah.
Scott.
Yeah, Michael Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
this is
you're
more
telling
confusing than
you're
that.
telling me that the NFL's been doing this for 20 some odd years. I've never heard a complaint about, oh, the crowd's too loud, I can't hear anything.
No, stop
now all of
it.
a sudden it's halfway through a college season.
And
Oh
we're-
my God, we can't do helmet connection. No.
Yeah,
what are we doing?
The helmet
It's a
comms
complaint.
are too hard to figure out. Zach, how surprised? Oh, Texter, your boy ZC is making Double J look like a ventriloquist. That's good.
Hey, Zach, come over here and sit on my lap. Let me put my hand up your ass.
Watch that hand. Watch that hand. Zach Cantrell, now you've done shows on both platforms.
Yeah.
What's the Louisville you get a better reel in Louisville reaction than we do because you're on some Louisville-centric shows. How's that been this week?
That was a lot.
Well, the thing is, Ron English is public enemy number one. I mean,
He's a
is
scapegoat.
What he's done or hasn't done the last month of the season. I mean, you and I, if we could run a little bit, we'd run for 100 yards against that defense right now. They can't stop a nosebleed, and it just continues to be the same problem over and over again. I'll tell you, that first possession against SMU last week, they didn't have one positive play. That's as bad of a defensive series as I've ever seen in a Louisville game or really in any game in recent memory. They just make no real halftime adjustments, I feel like. I don't understand what the problem is with the defense. Ashton Gelati, the only time I've heard from
He's
him.
a ghost.
The only time I've heard from him recently is his mom going after all the fans on social media. He's had like one tackle in the last two games.
That's pretty rough.
He's just.
It's really rough.
He's
That
got to
is.
be better than that. Like I know you're getting double teamed, but you know what? If you're that good, break the double team.
So's
get
Deion
in there.
Walker. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
a litany
that's
of
true.
other high-end NFL caliber defensive
what is that-
edge rushers and linemen.
What does that say about the other members of the defensive line if he's getting double teamed and nobody else is
Everybody's
making any sort of
one-on-one.
impact? That's what
Everybody,
I'm saying. Somebody
if
else
he's getting
needs to
double
step up.
teamed,
You
everybody's
mean
one-on-one.
Thor Griffith isn't getting penetration? Not Thor Griffith.
I thought he had the hammer. He's supposed to be the hammer.
That's
What's
right, the
going
hammer.
on?
Oh, God.
I
Zach,
haven't
do you
heard
have
his
the
name
hammer?
all season long.
Do you
So
have the hammer? Are you going to drop the hammer tonight?
we could drop the hammer. I'll drop the hammer.
Drop the hammer.
That
Let's
defense
go.
has got to be better because I feel bad for
there's Mina
Tyler
Connors.
Shook and company, man. Ja'Cory Brooks, those guys, they're getting the job done. They're scoring. They put 27 up last week. That
Right.
offense is solid.
You should win
Brom's
with that.
play calling against Notre Dame wasn't great. I thought his play calling last week was fine.
I did
But
too.
I don't want to hear about, the ref screwed us on the fumble call. No, your defense sucks. Get over it. Ron English, get it together. And you're going to Virginia where you have no success or very little success over the
been
last
weird at
decade or so.
Virginia.
And they've got a quarterback that can run. So I guarantee that's
Well-
going to be part of their game plan.
And they've been together, and this coaching staff's been together for a long time.
They have, yeah.
So you would figure like it's got to be like a family type deal, which I know there's a lot of family on that staff, but I couldn't.
Texter, JJ, were any of those hand signals the Trump double ski hands?
Oh no, they weren't. No, this is pre-Trump. Hey, listen, I'm
You
an
play
old man.
pre-Trump.
Yeah, I'm an old man. Like,
We're going to start marking it off before Trump, after Trump.
yeah,
BT18.
yeah, exactly.
How do you?
Go ahead.
So how do you do it when he's president again?
Current.
Between Trump,
Just T.
Oh.
Trump.
Just T.
Just
CT.
T.
Current Trump.
High T or low T?
The
that
best Trump. Some are
testosterone?
saying it's the best.
Falon Sabo says the ESPN Louisville Plus is awesome all the way from PNW Seattle. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
This person was on
Let's
last
go.
week. I wanna say.
Yeah, we have a Seattle listener.
Yeah,
Thank
how
you.
about that?
We appreciate that. All right, so this week we roll into a Virginia team that's 4-1.
Yeah.
But if you look at their resume overall, their wins are against Richmond, who cares? Wake Forest by 1 point. That's a bad football team.
Yeah.
Their one loss so far is against Maryland, 27-13. Maryland
cares?
stinks.
Bums.
Who cares?
Coastal Carolina 43-24. Boston College, they came back from down 14-0 to win that game 24-14. So while they have a nice record, the question is, does it mean anything? I mean, you alluded to it, Zach. They have a running quarterback, Anthony Calandria, 1,211 yards passing, 8 touchdowns. But he also do great damage with his legs. He was really good last year when Louisville had to come back and beat them in the last quarter of the game. That could be trouble. I don't know what to make of this game. I mean, we'll turn to Sofro here in just a moment, our resident Louisville fan who's also doing a great job running the show.
The only Louisville fan here.
Yeah.
Just clarification. Don't let him lie to you. Don't let him do this.
And
it's not fair.
And he's done stuff in his face, so we're good to go.
Who said I'm done, big boy?
Hey, listen, I
this
already
is the
know,
one
baby.
on the company card, bro.
Hey, I already know.
That's
Hey,
right.
load up, Sweet Pea, load up.
The two most dangerous words in sports media: company card.
Company
That's
card.
crazy.
That means
That's
it's
crazy word.
It's food and drink. No, we had to get our own beers. But that's okay. That's okay. We appreciate Hawks for having us out. All right, so, I mean, at first glance, what do y'all think about this game? I mean, I'm edging towards Virginia just because of the –
I couldn't help it.
Wow.
I mean, that was just a.
This happened to me today.
I mean,
at
all I
work.
did, I looked at Justin, and Justin was just gave me the
I know,
look. And
dude. This job, I call it a job. It's not really a job. This is a hobby. That's whatever it is.
Expensive
It's
hobby.
so stupid because, like, literally my day-to-day, the real job I have at Metro Council, I'm sitting there, we're having a serious conversation, and one of my coworkers, she goes, "Well, I hate it because today's the company picnic or the Metro Council picnic, right?"
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
we're doing
Little
that.
potato salad?
And the lady's like, I feel so bad because
there's raisins
councilman.
in that potato salad.
You're damn right there
No
is.
question.
A lot of white people there.
Oh yeah.
The caucasity of that.
The call Cassidy.
It's District 2, so it's, you know.
I don't know what that means. It's Spanish.
The lower the
one knows what it
numbers,
means.
the more melanin. You know.
Oh,
Okay,
you
so
know,
yeah, so that's a high number.
a higher number.
So there's
Okay.
not very much melanin.
It's a high.
There you
No, wait, it's very. You.
No, the lower number.
That's me.
The more
I see.
melanin.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I had it back. I had it back backwards.
Yeah.
Anyway.
she made the statement something along the lines of, "I hate it for Councilman Blank because he can't come, and he can
Oh, boy.
every
I
time.
would laugh so
Every
hard.
time he's never able
Oh,
to come,
boy.
and if he is able to come, he comes too late. And I just sat there and I had to walk out of the room.
Right,
I couldn't
because you're 15
my
years
mind,
old.
In my mind, mixtape. That's all I hear all fucking day is mixtape.
Every
So
walk of
it's-
life, all you think is, oh, that'll be on the mix.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't.
save
It's,
that.
I didn't realize what it would do to me.
Oh,
my poor wife.
You're ruined.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
I'm
hears
sure.
She
it.
can't
Oh,
say
yeah.
anything.
No, not at all.
Texter says, this is UK Cats fan 17. BB and Zach will become a Michigan fan for Sydney Sweeney. Man, stop pretending.
Okay, a man has his limits. Absolutely not.
Well, I think
Stop
I
it,
call
Zach.
BS
No.
on that.
Stop it.
I look. If she can't, Zach.
Come on, talk to him. Hey, you're the resident father figure.
Look,
talk
my,
to young
my,
Zach.
my son.
Talk to him. Preach.
If she showed up in some lingerie and was like, "Say go blue," and I'll blue
I don't
you.
even know if lingerie is good enough. It might
Yeah.
have to be full frontal.
I mean,
He just taught me. I can't. He taught me. I had a great bit, and
He
Zach was
taught
like,
you?
he
Oh, man.
topped you. That's
He did.
crazy.
He-
That
he-
wasn't-
We go full frontal, then I'll say it.
Sector Zach, please do not get any condiments spilled on you. You will be eaten. LMAO by Brian McGraw.
Does he need condiments?
Thank you, Quick Draw McGraw.
Don't eat hot dogs.
Matty
raw, man.
Betts, UVA with all these bum wins and add another tomorrow. L's down. Whoa!
Whoa, hold on.
I'm kind of. You were edging earlier.
I
And
was,
is that
but-
where you were edging to?
I'm edging towards Virginia because of the consternation, the confusion, the Jeff Brohm. I had to step into the defensive play caller's role
And
now.
that's not his
Yeah.
forte.
It's not his forte. Ashton Gelati, as far as a NFL prospect, not doing anything this year. I think it's such a mess. And add to the fact the defense is bad enough.
Bad.
Add to the fact we're now talking about reshuffling the offensive line.
Yep.
You have your starting left tackles out.
Yep.
Okay.
Mendoza's been a disaster
Yes,
on the
yeah.
right side of that offensive line. The interior of the line has been – they can't gain a yard.
No.
4th and 1, 3-and-1 situation, they can't gain a yard. I just feel like everything – I just feel like everything seems to be against them right now, and that they are primed for like SMU is quote upset. That's a good football team.
No question.
This would be the biggest upset so far, and things would be off the rails at this point. So I'm going Virginia in this game.
You are. I've struggled with this one, and I knew we were obviously doing this show, and I had to think about it, and I thought about it all week, and I was on my way here, and I was like, man, I got to come up with something, right?
Right.
And I love JB. I mean, I do. I mean,
he's a good coach.
Oh, no question. And I just think the defense is just sucking the life out of them.
Yeah,
and not in a
sucking.
good way. It's just a terrible way, like the worst way.
Yeah.
So I said this. It always gets. I'm really good at getting
This
myself.
is why we need Godby. He's going to get us back on track.
I'm really good. I'm fantastic at getting myself off track. Like, that's what's crazy. But every week since the Notre Dame game, I've said Notre Dame, I said, they need to pick it up.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to win. I think JB's going to get everything going. I think we're going to sharpen up. They lost, and it was terrible. And they played like shit. And they were ugly and messy and not like the Jeff Brohm team. And sick of their shit. and then last week when we were at Gerstl's, I said, okay, he's going to get it together.
And this is the one.
This is the one. Yeah. He's not going to let this shit happen twice in a row. And what happened? It happened twice in a row.
Yeah.
And I've got one more time.
Okay.
One more time. I think he's going to get it together
this week.
I think his presence in those defensive meetings, because I'll be honest with you, like when your head coach is in those meetings, like it's a different animal.
Oh,
like
sure.
he didn't have to say a word. I mean,
just his presence.
Coach Brooks was in our offensive line meetings several times. I won't say several, a few times, because we were a good offensive line. But when he's in there, coach is different. Coach, he rewinds those plays that you sucked at more.
Right.
He wants to show, hey, look, this is what I'm dealing with. Mm-hmm. And I think with him being in there, Ron English is like, listen, I better get my shit together or I'm out.
Sure.
Or I'm going back to wherever the hell he came from. Don't know, don't care. And I don't know if JB does either if he doesn't get it done this week. They really need to simplify things. Excuse me. They really need to simplify things on the defensive end because, you don't need guys. You don't need 14 players on the running on and off and on and off. You don't know what.
Right.
I mean, you really gotta dumb it down. It seems like for this defensive side, at least to start. Usually they build things in. You don't throw you throw the whole playbook, but once you start the season, you kind of filter things in.
What works versus what doesn't work.
What? Oh, Schitt's Creek. You know the show Schitt's Creek?
Yeah.
You fold in. You know how you fold in the cheese?
Yes, fold in the cheese.
Yes. And nobody knows what that is. They're like, what is fold in the cheese?
And he's mixing.
Yes,
mix it
but
in.
slowly.
Yeah.
And that's what they. Now I figured. That's what they really try to do.
Daddy Wags, who's the homeless kid.
It's my long lost son.
Someone also said earlier that Zach Cantrell, you look like you should be in Alice in Chains.
That's a compliment, actually.
Hell yeah, it is.
I'll take Bean Lane Staley, man.
Yeah, Steve Rhodes says it's Sydney Sweeney Andy's sister.
He wishes.
No.
Well, I don't know if he'd wish that. Because imagine if your sister was Sydney Sweeney and every guy in
that's
the
a
world
good point.
is corny after her.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
So let that,
That's crazy work.
I got 2 plays on this game.
Streble, is your sister still single?
Yes.
Oh, I forgot.
Okay.
Streble has a sister.
She is.
Wow.
How old is she?
Well, I don't think she wants me to put that
Is she
out
too
there.
old for Zach?
No.
No, she's not.
Is she
Why don't
too
you-
young for Zach?
No.
No, wait, you're like 40 damn years old.
I'm 42.
How old is she?
I'm significantly.
Is she my age?
I'm significantly
How old are
older
you?
than she is.
I'm 36.
I'm 31.
I'm 34.
I'm double digits older than her.
Oh, man.
I'll
Okay.
just say that.
So he's
Oh,
right
I'm
in like
31,
Zachy
so you're
C's
double digits
area.
older than me.
Oh.
She's
How about
old
that?
enough.
Oh, well, we don't have to play matchmaker. This isn't a love show.
We're
Is it
doing
not?
matchmaking.
This
Are
is
you
a college
sure?
football podcast.
Are we
Yeah.
sure about that?
You know
what they say
Here's the
anyway.
thing. You know how great it would be? You could make this happen and then make her set up the wedding during football season.
Oh, I'd love that.
Ohio
Oh, that's
State.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, you could make it happen.
Just to bleep him.
Yeah, just
just
a
for
little
Zach.
bit.
Just for Zach.
You would do that.
No question.
Well, I wouldn't want my sister to bleep him.
My dad.
I mean, if they're getting married, come on. I mean, if they're getting
You
married,
wouldn't be
right?
there. Wow. Okay.
At that point, well,
If they're getting
he's
married.
like, I don't have a sister, so I don't know what this feels like. I
It's
do
a little
worry.
weird.
Like, I don't have a daughter either.
That's what, look
yeah.
how
I got one of
uncomfortable
those
he is.
too.
Yeah, I have a sister.
I do.
as
I
well.
have two daughters. I have two daughters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to get back on
Football.
to Max Godby this
Football.
train. Let me Max Godby it for a second.
Okay.
I'm gonna
You be the
J-step
Max
you.
Godby today.
That's impossible. But
is
let me
impossible.
J-step us back on track. I really think I think the spread's too much, and I'm not gonna ask you. 7.5. Boom, got it right here.
Oh, let's
Started
go.
at 7.
7.5.
7.5.
I
I'm
got
not taking
Virginia
it.
covering the spread.
I got Virginia covering the spread, but I got Louisville.
I think
winning the game.
Louisville,
Okay.
I got Louisville 34-30. I think Virginia covers the spread. I think the over's too low at 54.5. I think there's points in this game. Tyler Shook, Ja'Cory Brooks. I think their offense to me has earned enough confidence. I think they're going to go out and score. But the problem is the defensive calls aren't getting in quick enough. The substitutions just aren't there. And going up against Calandria, who can run the football.
Yeah.
This is a Virginia team that they're 4-1. You can talk about the record all they want, but they're confident coming into this game. I mean, this is a program that
They
the
are.
last 2 years they
And
won
they should
3
be.
games and 2 games. So Tony
Like
Elliott's
Kenny
kind
Payne.
of building something there. And so I think their confidence will keep them in the football game. And look, Louisville all-time at Virginia, 2-4. And those are not great Virginia teams. And
great
Lamar had to throw a
point.
last-second touchdown to
beat 'em.
beat them in his Heisman year in
That's
2016.
facts.
I think Louisville gets it done because I just can't imagine them losing 3 in a row before Miami. You lose 3 in a row, and then you got to deal with Cam Ward next week. I mean, this thing's going to go off the rails real fast.
Cam
Yeah.
Ward and a friendly official whistle, that's crazy work. Like,
Oh,
there's
my
no,
God.
there's,
Cam Ward
oh,
is so much fun to
could
watch.
could you imagine? Oh, he's so nonchalant.
whistle-
I love it.
that
Dude,
whistle for
Mark,
Cam-
Mark Blankenbaker.
You're speaking.
Oh,
you're
no.
preaching now,
I
brother.
mean,
You're
he
preaching
would
now, brother.
have.
Oh, boy.
He would have. You know how many hemorrhoids he would have after that game? I mean, it'd be like
Itchy
popping
butt.
pimples down there.
The refs
I mean,
have already
goodness
thrown 3 roughing
gracious.
the passer penalties. The game
The
hasn't
game
started yet.
Oh my God!
Cam Ward's already got 100 yards. What do we
Game hasn't
do?
started yet.
All right, Justin Sofro, what do you think about us 3 blowhards? You have one saying that Virginia's going to win. My 2 compatriots here say that the Cards will pull it out.
I guess I'm the resident U of L
UVA
fan.
Let's-
covers, Cards win.
Let's go to Justin Sofro, the actual U of L fan here. What do you think?
So I have a hard time coming off of this. Am I loud enough?
You're
I
plenty
can hear
loud.
you.
Yeah.
You're
Phil
good.
said
You
I
sound
was-
great.
Phil
You
said
sound
I was
great.
quiet.
You sound like an
So
angel.
Let me just. I'm gonna go just a tiny bit up.
Oh,
there
that's
we go.
okay.
Is that
Let
okay?
me
There
hear
we
you.
go.
Put it up.
Turn it up.
Personally, and I have to repent a little bit.
You have to repent? Why?
I had the SMU game on. I was in a pumpkin patch.
Oh, son
I
of
was
a
out in a
bitch.
pumpkin patch.
Show's over.
Hey,
I was
turn it
out
off.
in a
Show's
pumpkin
over. We're
patch
done.
last
Fandom.
week.
Turn it
Fan
off.
power.
Done.
I was just disappointed.
You're
I've
getting
been
on
there.
me
I
about
didn't know.
weddings, and you're going to a pumpkin patch?
I have
really?
a team. I also have sex with my wife. I don't know what to say. Do I want to continue to have sex with my wife? Yes, I do.
My wife.
I didn't realize how loud we are out there. We
Oh,
are
I'm sorry.
screaming.
I'm so sorry.
We are screaming.
Everything, we're
Everybody's
fine.
staring at
Do I
us.
want to have sex with my wife? Anyway, yes.
I feel
I'm
like a
sorry.
fish
He's
in a
married. He's
video
allowed to
right
say
now.
that.
Every time.
No wonder
But
Diener hates this.
it's one of those scenarios, though, where I looked at it and I had the game on my phone. I was doing what you said. You got it in there. You're checking what's going on.
Okay.
And I just continue to worry. I'm trying not to do the thing that it's the easy thing for you and everybody else who's not a Louisville fan to come in and be like, they're just blaming it on Ron English. I'm sorry. He's the massive problem. I viewed it last
He
year
is.
where the end of last season,
You called
those
it.
last
You
3
did. You
games,
called
I
it.
was like, I think that's
Yeah,
what
that's
Louisville
true.
football is. I'm negative. Yes, I am negative on my team, but usually I end up being right in the end. Because usually they're not as good as you think they are.
I mean,
usually any team, Kentucky, they're probably not as good as you think they are.
I don't know.
They're
They might
not-
be
you know
better
what I
than
mean?
we thought they
Well,
were.
that's true.
Now,
You all.
yeah.
But what
Yeah,
I
you
mean is-
speak for yourself
okay,
over there.
what the lowest common denominator fans like to do, my team's great, your team sucks, that kind of stuff.
Right.
And
Right.
Oh, that's bad fandom.
and,
right
and I
there.
can't do that. I
No.
don't do that. So anyway, right now I'm seeing this game. I am terrified of this Virginia game, mainly because it happens. I picked them to lose this game preseason because it always happens in Virginia. I'm not going to say anything going last. I'm not going to say anything that you all haven't already said already. I'm terrified about it. I think right now it would do wonders for me as a fan and my confidence in this team going forward if they can handle business and handle business pretty convincingly.
Okay.
I doubt that will happen, but if it does, it would make me feel very different about the rest of the season.
Does it have to be convincing for you to feel different, or
yes,
just a win?
it does. It does.
That was a great question
It does.
because that's been a question that Diener and Blank were talking about
Yeah.
the other day. Like, is a win enough?
No,
Like, what does
it's not.
What are the
I
style
think
points?
I think you got to start there. I mean,
No,
you've lost 2 in a row. Like,
Yeah.
let's get a win first before we look sexy.
Well, and that's fine, but I guess overall, yes, they get a win, but then they just kind of like eke it out like they usually do when they do win against Virginia. Last year,
Yeah.
all the years before, I mean,
It took a play
every
breaking
time
his neck.
it would, right. It would make
Yeah,
me
I forgot
feel.
about that.
It would just make me feel more confident with how the season's gonna go. Otherwise, I'm still walking away from that game being like, okay, probably closer to 6-6 than we're gonna be anywhere near 9-3. Because I mean, a lot of people were giving that take. I'm looking at the season. I'm like, well, if you lost to SMU, and I don't care how good they are, you had them at home. You should
Right.
have the better team. You should have won convincingly if your defense doesn't continue to shit the bed. I don't care about the refs. I don't care about some of the calls they made. You should have had enough points to win that freaking game.
No question.
That's
Oh,
it.
they blew the fumble call. That's costing the game. No, you scored 27. That should be enough. With
Yeah,
that
27
defense.
points.
Thank you.
That's
Yes.
That's a fair statement by Sofro. So what is your official pick? You think they'll win?
You know what?
He did all that to not
Every-
give us a pick.
I did. I'm sorry. I did it.
Is that Kamala
what do you
Harris?
Kamala with
it's
the
always
word
weird.
salad?
It's always weird when we do that.
That's pretty good.
He took me out. He got me. All right. Menopause Harris. Anyway.
This seems like a Harris
Yeah,
type
real
play.
quick,
It
and I'm
does.
going to give
It
you
really
the
does.
pick.
You better
I
watch
promise
yourself.
I'm going to give you the pick. I sent that text to Blank trying to feed the jokes to Blank for him to say it. Not for me to say it, because one, I want to cut it for the mixtape.
Right.
But I thought it was solid enough that I took it and still cut it. But I prefer it if Blank says it. If he just
course.
like if they're in the middle of a conversation talking about Harris and he goes, Menopause Harris, oh, you mean Kamala?
He's
And,
a
I just-
terrorist. Yeah.
that would do much better than it did performing today. But anyway, you know what? I'm gonna take Louisville to lose this game
Oh,
because
gosh.
I picked Louisville to win the last two, and I've
So
been
have
wrong.
we. So
And at
have
this
we.
point, I think they're gonna drop it because I don't have faith in this defense.
Wow.
We
You
see
picked
what
them to win,
happens.
right?
Louisville to win?
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Virginia cover, Louisville win.
I'm kind of reverse jinxing a little bit, trying to, but
Yeah.
at the same time, I don't have confidence in this team right now, and I'd like to be proven differently before I move forward because I picked them to lose this game in preseason. So
All right, so
they're gonna win.
The 2-2 split.
No, but they're going to win it because Sofro
Because
said it.
Sofro did it, yeah, they probably will. Maddie Bet says JB and all the minis are going to make the players tight. Well,
I mean,
that-
you just going to leave it out
well,
there?
well,
you just going to leave it in the ether? Say something.
well, all right, so this brings me to a Cardi B take.
Oh, gosh. You, of all people, should not be making Cardi B takes.
Well, she cheated on her husband while she was pregnant.
wet and gushy.
Yeah.
Brian McGraw says, is Zach wearing an Afflictions T-shirt? LMAO.
No. Continue with
It's the
No,
American flag.
continue.
Put some respect on it. USA.
I stand for the flag and kneel
For the
sheriff.
sheriff. Yeah.
Y'all should pass the hat and get the kid a shower and haircut.
I have showered today.
I mean, I got. I won money last night playing
Did
golf.
you?
I mean, I got
Did you really? That's what I'm
Oh,
talking about.
okay.
Oh,
Good.
whoa! I saw like
Did you skin that cow?
I see that green in that. Whoa!
He
My
made-
guy's got. I mean, he's got big bucks over here. Hey,
a couple.
I didn't say that too loud. Because people, never mind.
don't say it.
Ain't nobody gonna say nothing to you.
Right,
Never
no.
mind.
Go-
No one's gonna try to mug you. You're right. Zach,
good.
on the other hand, they're gonna beat his
Oh,
ass
no
and take
question.
his
they're gonna
wallet.
kill me.
They're gonna put him in a locker. Or
Oh, yeah, they're
a
stuffing
toilet.
my ass.
I'm close to giving. I'm close to giving him a wedgie right now.
No, this is my security guy right here.
Real quick, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Did you want to go anywhere else with that Cardi B thing, or is that
Well,
it?
Yeah, you did just kinda
it
lay
was
that
just-
out there.
There's
These shows go so
There's
long,
a-
and
there's-
you don't. At least he doesn't have to leave his time.
there's a narrative
I
about.
do, but this time I have to drive to Florida.
Not just get the.
Yeah, it's not even just kidding. It's,
I just say there's a narrative, but there's a correlation between pregnancy and
Stephon Diggs, right?
proximity.
so you're
Well,
saying it's
And
not
Stephon Diggs, right?
It's
that baby don't look like him.
no,
that baby don't
no,
look
no,
like
no,
him.
No, pregnancy and a woman being a little.
Oh
Close-
yeah. Oh,
yes.
they want. Oh,
Yeah.
it's a fact.
Okay.
You know, because you just
Thank
went
you.
through. No, they
There
are.
you go. You've gone to it like 17 times.
Yeah,
Yes, they
I got a lot of
crave it
kids.
the most during that.
Yes, this is a.
You can't make twins that way. I'm a twin, but you can't make twins that way.
No, you can't. The twins are already there.
Yeah,
But you
they've
can't
gotta
add,
be.
You can't add another one.
But
to
can
the-
you? But you can. Can you add another?
Can you?
No.
I don't think.
I think
Can you stockpile?
I think you.
The ship has sailed at that point.
Does it have to be in the
Yeah.
same? Maybe it has to be in the same time frame. Like
Maybe
if you're
so.
really pumping and you're going day after day after day, and we're just like we want this kid, and then you end up with like 3, but like one's anyway.
All right,
Anyway,
so
Kentucky,
so
Vanderbilt.
Kentucky.
Cardi B, my brother, my twin brother, who also
Yeah.
works at Metro Council. Nepotism. Anyway, he also works at Metro Council. He's the one who's in charge of this. He was playing Cardi B unedited
During the picnic?
when the mayor's walking in.
Oh, boy.
Was it WAP?
No,
boy.
I wanted to be WAP so bad.
did.
It was like
Is that
it like
Megan
that
Thee
or whatever.
Stallion
But she was
on WAP?
Yeah, it's Megan the Stallion.
She's the stat. Well, she is. I like her. We'll go on.
Streble got jungle fever.
Hey,
Come on, Stephon, you can do better.
I've always loved Janet Jackson. I'll just say that.
That's not shocking. That's not shocking.
She's beautiful.
That's not shocking.
And she's
by
a
you.
songbird.
That's not. Yeah. I mean,
On
I
to
could see
UK
that.
Vanderbilt. On to you. Is James' sister as sunburned as James? And no, she's not. I'm very sunburnt right now. I look red. I look like a Kentucky fan right now, more so than I've ever looked in my
Like an
life.
Appalachian
Like
Kentucky
look,
fan.
I got these Kentucky sunglasses on, this hat, the sunburn, the 5 o'clock shadow,
It is
and
pretty fantastic.
old P-foot Streble habitually line step. That's from Eddie Betts. P-foot Streble.
I mean, that's why you tune in, right?
They
You
call-
don't tune
that's
in
what
for
they called me in
Jeffries.
high school.
You don't tune in for Max. You don't.
No,
you
we
definitely
do.
don't
No,
tune
we
in.
tune-
You might tune in for
Yeah, you
Zachy
tune in for
C,
me, man.
but you
Hot
tune in for
takes
this.
it. Let's go.
You tune in for this right here.
We
Guys,
tune in for this. This
the
is why we're
Stein.
here. How about that?
Real quick, and we will get back on track now.
No, we won't.
But I'm gonna. No, we
We're
probably
not going
won't. I'm
to,
sorry.
let's be honest.
Max
Okay.
Godby is probably watching this on his
He's
phone,
frigid.
angry. He's just
so
angry.
mad.
No,
Anyway,
he
or he'll rewatch this tomorrow. Maybe, probably not. No, because y'all are going to the game. Anyway, what I was going to ask you to do,
y'all.
if you could do me a favor, take your little Cheeto hand, go down, hit the friggin' like button, smash subscribe, go to YouTube. If you're watching on Twitter, please go to the YouTube, or if you're on Facebook, go to the YouTube channel, hit subscribe, like all that stuff. It really helps us, and if you want us to
It
keep
does.
bringing you stuff on this platform,
For
we
free.
need you. Yeah, for free. We need you all to do that. We just have fun doing this, and hopefully one day it could be something like another arm of ESPN Louisville.
Yeah,
one day.
it-
That's
Not-
the goal. That's
not
the
for
dream.
me though. Not for me though. I've been doing this for 8 years. I haven't got a paycheck.
This could be a third
just-
leg for Justin Jeffries.
I just love throwing that in there.
Fourth leg for Justin Jeffries. Anyway,
Kentucky versus Vandy.
Kentucky versus
Diego Pavia. Let me.
So, all right, no, but-
Diego.
In all seriousness, though, all right. So this game, like I normally coming off a bye week, I wouldn't be very confident with Kentucky versus Vanderbilt, but I'm very confident right now, and here's why.
Okay.
Because Vanderbilt has completely become the darlings of college football. We're doing dropping the puck with Diego Pavia and Clark Lee. We're doing Diego Pavia sitting all his information out for his agent for NIL deals. He just launched a podcast. Like, I think Vanderbilt has felt like we've accomplished something. We're good now. And they are overlooking Kentucky. Kentucky normally off a bye week. Mark Stoops only won 4 times off a bye week historically with Kentucky. I think this is a game where Brad White was able to put the film on and say, look what this offense did to Alabama's defense. It wasn't a fluke. It wasn't like they had a few punt returns or a block kick return for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Like Vanderbilt spanked that booty,
Manhandled.
especially the offense versus the defense. I think Kentucky has something on film where Stoops and Brad White can sit them down and say, you cannot take this game off. This ain't a pushover. They're coming for you. They think they're the shit now in the SEC. Their Barstool Vandy Twitter account is putting all kinds of jokes out there about Kentucky. Like, I think now they can't fly under the radar. They have Kentucky's full attention.
Yeah.
And I think Kentucky wins. I'm not saying they're going to cover the spread. That's a large spread, 14
Or
points.
14.
That's a large spread for this game.
I think Kentucky wins something like 24-13,
Oh, it's
24-14,
down
something
12
like
and a half.
I could
12
see. I could
12
see
and a half
something
now?
along these. Yeah. Oh, it's down to 12 and a half.
12 and a half
Okay.
on ESPN bet.
A lot
All
of
right.
money coming in on Vandy.
As it
Well,
should
you have
be.
to remember this though. Vanderbilt had to go to class, so they haven't been able to just party
That's
for
right.
3 or 4 days. I mean,
hell
this
is
is
that?
the
I don't know
academic
what
school of the
class.
SEC.
talking class.
I mean, yeah, Diego Pavia, they had to go play school. So
Yeah.
that's going to be a factor. So I don't know how hungover they are, but look, they are the darlings of college football, rightfully so. they had one of those sentimental moments where, look, 30,000 people were there, 300,000 are going to say they were. This is bigger than any bowl game that they're going to go to. This is one of the biggest wins in the history of the Vanderbilt athletic program. So I think there will be somewhat of a letdown. But I look at Kentucky. I think they're better equipped to match up with Vanderbilt because Alabama's defense, if you watch the second half against Georgia, Swiss cheese. That defense is not good. Kentucky's defensive line will match up better with Vanderbilt's offensive line. I think Deion Walker will be able to have a day. I think J.J. Weaver's really come on lately. I think he's going to be
Jackson is a beast.
I want to see Kentucky run the ball a little bit better. They did it against Ole Miss, but they took 40 minutes off the clock in that game. Last time they faced a high-tempo offense in Ole Miss, they kept the ball for 40-some-odd minutes. They were able to keep them off the field. They got after Jackson Dart. I think they're going to have a similar strategy in this game, and I think they're going to have similar results. I don't think Mark Stoops is going to have to go for it on a 4th and 7 late in the game, but I expect Vandergrift to come out. He's continuing to improve game by game. I think he'll play well. I think Kentucky wins this game. I'll say 27-20, which is a high number against the Kentucky defense. They're fantastic, by the way, but I think UK wins this game. And that, you're right, though. It might have been the best thing to happen to Kentucky that Vanderbilt beat Alabama. Now they've got the full attention of Mark Stoops and company. I think they come out, take care of business. I know off the bye they're not historically great. I think some of that's opponent base. I think they get it done in this game. They move to 4-2, and everything's still out in front of them.
All right, Jeffries.
Listen, this is another one. I've been bouncing back and forth, and I'm not bouncing back and forth. I think Kentucky's going to win the game. I'm gonna preface it by going ahead and saying Kentucky's going to win this game. But I've been a part of those big-time career-changing, program-changing
Thursday
wins.
night at South Carolina.
Thursday night at South Carolina.
Did you like the taste in your mouth? Let's get that taste back in our mouth.
What taste is that?
What taste is it?
What?
A victory against teams like this.
Victory!
I just needed to finish thought. And then LSU. When we beat LSU, okay, we are a really good team. Okay,
y'all were,
and we didn't have the depth, so we got that win. And like the next week was a blur. And the big thing is we had Florida coming up next on the schedule.
College game day.
College game day. No, it was at home. It was at home. This is 2007.
Yeah.
And trying to get up for that was crazy. I mean, it wasn't hard, but trying to get prepared because you had just went through that gauntlet, you know, with LSU and your emotions
triple
were crazy.
overtime.
Yes, and emotions were crazy, and then trying to get yourself settled back down and then get yourself back to prepare for the next team it is tougher emotionally, you know, than what most people would think. I think Diego Pavia he's I don't know how to explain him. My man in the press conference on the field, and I hate/love those on the field after game because listen, hey,
I'm not a fan.
You know me.
Because like, dumb shit.
I'll say whatever. I'll say whatever.
Right.
I'm calm right now, and I couldn't after a game there's no telling what would have came out.
If y'all would have beat Alabama, like LSU #1, y'all beat them.
Yeah.
They put the mic in Justin Jeffries'
there's
face.
no telling.
There's no telling.
There's no telling what. I mean, it would have, and they don't bleep it. It just goes.
It's live.
So my man said, I want to thank God. God talk to me in this, and then somebody come up, motherfucker,
He's like,
in the safe.
I love how Diego's like, all glory to God, and then the next thing he's like, Vandy, we fucking turned.
That's what it is. That's what it was, which is fantastic.
We're partying tonight, boy.
And I really like the kid.
I like him too. He's great.
I think he's fantastic. He's what Vandy needs. But I think, man, our defense and having an extra week to prepare, you know, for that, because that offense is like a triple option.
It's a weird offense.
Because, I mean, everything's motion. They're getting you out of sync. They're getting you out of sorts. They move a lot. You know, everything's kind of read option. Diego Pavia is really good in space and really good at creating space himself. But I think our defense is just really
nasty.
Man, they really hit their
stride.
Yeah,
there you go.
Stride. There we go.
Yes, yeah, they really hit it right now. You know, coming off of Georgia, really holding Ole Miss, you know, to nothing basically. So I think the boys going to come out. The crowd's going to be crazy. And you know, yours truly is going to be a part of that.
I'm going to be there. Let's go. Let's go.
It's a party. It's a party. It's a party.
I'll be wearing most like this. I'll wear black because I'm a good fan.
But yeah, man, I think the boys get it done. I don't know if I touch the spread just because emotionally I don't know if we'll beat them by 12.5. I will say the money's obviously coming in on Vandy, so there is some money
like
there. But yeah, I think we get the dub there.
All right, Justin, what do you think, buddy? I know you don't like picking Kentucky, but we need your input.
What are you talking about? I picked Kentucky more than you all did. I know
did,
I'm Louisville.
no question.
I'm more
You did.
negative on Louisville than I am on Kentucky.
No
You picked Kentucky
And
to beat
earlier
Ole
this
Miss.
season, I told you
did.
Georgia. I told you Ole Miss.
You did.
And yes, I said it with a little bit of douchebaggery when I said
Just a
it.
little bit?
Like
just,
me.
just a little bit, because I
Just
was
a
having
skosh?
fun with it.
Just a
But
skosh.
just a skosh. Just a tiny little bit. Personally, I think there's a reason I said, can Louisville and Kentucky handle that V? And I'm not sure, because they're two teams, Virginia and Vandy.
Yeah.
But they're also teams
Can they handle
that
the
are
V?
like,
That is fantastic.
can they handle that V? And sometimes you're not ready for the V, and sometimes you can't make it all the way to the finish line. You know what I mean?
I know
Sometimes you finish early, and then you realize, oh no, they're still going. They're still playing. There's still grass on the field.
Gummy
you know what I mean?
worm.
Anyway.
Just a gummy worm, baby.
Exactly. But
A gummy worm.
a little blue cheese. Anyway, but anyway, these are but at the same time, these teams are comparable to me historically for both Louisville and Kentucky. They're both. I don't want to say bottom feeder teams. Well, Vanderbilt has
can say
been.
that,
Yeah, you can say that for both of them. Okay, but they're teams that you think less of, and you should have no problem dealing with. But for some reason, Kentucky struggles. Mark Stoops struggles with Vanderbilt.
No
He
question.
drops this game all the time,
Yep.
and the Louisville does the same thing with Virginia.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think it would be very different if Kentucky didn't have that bye week for them to kind of focus in and hone in
Get
on this
dialed in.
Vanderbilt team.
Yeah.
And Vanderbilt coming off the Bama win. They're going to Jeff Brohm it. They're going to do it. They're going to go in.
Brohm
and they're
blunder.
going to blunder.
The Lee Lackey.
But just to keep it short, I'm picking Kentucky to win at home. I think Rick Pitino's going to be in the building.
You
The
damn right he
vibes are
is.
flowing for him.
vibes
I'm
are
going to be
flowing.
sad and upset and angry. It's my childhood out there.
That's
You know
fantastic.
what I'm saying?
There's nothing better on
He
a
just told
Saturday
you
than
your childhood
Sofro
doesn't
being
matter.
upset.
Sad Sofro. A little.
It's like
Sad
Dad.
Sofro.
Dad
You'll
just
be-
said the best years of your life were the worst of his. They
That's-
don't mean anything.
That's a good point. That's true. I'll be on the beach. It's fine.
You'll be
It's
fine.
fine.
You'll
It's
go to
fine.
the beach
You
either
can
way.
complain about our years. You spent 17 of them, big boy, right here by me,
Right.
here next to me. I remember back in 2004, 2005, right after that Final Four run, where you looked pissed off because the little fat boy wanted a signature on his hat. I got a little
fat boy.
Francisco
Oh,
Garcia
he
here.
didn't sign.
I got a little
Oh,
Larry O'Bannon,
whoa.
and then I got Rick Pitino right here, but he was not happy to do it. So anyway.
I don't know. If,
Sign
I don't know,
autographs.
I'm sure he
I don't know
does.
if I would have wanted to sign Sofro's hat either.
This is little fat kid. I wasn't as
I used to
angry.
love it.
But was it sweaty?
I used to love.
No,
like,
it was-
fan
it
days
was-
were fantastic for me. I used to just bullshitting with your buddy.
Can you give Kellen an
buddy.
autograph?
Did you say did I? Or
Can
no?
you?
Can you?
Oh, of course, but
All right.
I'm old. I'm old and
No,
washed.
he to him it's the Holy Grail.
I'm old and washed. Though.
It doesn't matter. He loves you.
I
He
love him too.
he loves you.
I love him too. Hey,
Y'all-
shout out to Ellie too.
Oh, Ellie. Oh, yeah. St. Bernard.
Hey, I won't say the real squad, but the 7th and 8th grade squad.
Yeah.
Dumped that ass.
Yeah, they're rolling.
Yeah,
they're
we-
rolling.
Yeah, we did.
Texter nothing says finishing early in the V like Rick Pitino.
Hey.
That's
Good
fantastic.
I was going
one,
to say, that's
Jordan.
why he didn't like signing autographs, because it takes him longer than 15 seconds.
I hope Rick's quick draw helps Brock Vandegrift to make good decisions from Matty Betts. All right, we're
Man,
gonna
I
move-
thought Brian Van Gorder. When I read that, I heard Brian Van Gorder.
That's what
Not
I thought
Brock
too.
Vandegrift?
I
Brian
saw BVG,
Van
I
Gorder.
thought Brian Van Gorder.
Here's the Brian Van Gorder face.
He looks
Huh?
like he'd say he
Huh?
could throw a football over a mountain.
Oh, yeah,
that's
absolutely.
that guy. That's
That's
He gives me
fantastic.
Uncle Rico vibes.
He has the face like when his girlfriend tells him she's pregnant. Like,
Oh, that's crazy.
what?
He looks like a Streble.
That's a Streble face.
No, I
a
had
year
that-
and 9 months ago.
I had
Hey,
that
happy
face.
birthday, Reed. A couple
Thank you
days
very
ago.
much.
Happy birthday, Reed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you're not
Birthday,
on
Rito.
Streeble's his background on his phone. Only his other kids are.
He'll make it one day. He's
Yeah,
got to
you gotta
be
earn
an,
your- you gotta
he's
earn your
gotta be
stripes.
an elite athlete like the other three, and then I'll put him on my phone.
He's
you
not
gotta
yet.
show me a football or a baseball acumen before I put you on this. You see, these are there it goes. Nope,
No, it's not. There it is.
These are high-powered athletes. All right.
2 L1C4 and 1 Big Blue.
Big Blue.
One BBN.
I'm converting my twin Wyatt tomorrow.
I heard
it's
about that.
going to happen.
You think
about
Wyatt's ready to transition?
yes.
Is he too young to transition?
No,
you,
there's no doctor
you think it's
involved.
okay?
It's okay.
You think legally you would allow him to go in
It's
and
a spiritual thing. He's two-spirit.
That's A-plus shit right there on YouTube. Like, that really is.
You get me with Streble, and that's fun. Yeah.
Like the unfiltered between you two.
It's great.
It's fantastic.
This is
I
a
love
great
it so
platform.
much.
I miss doing the take. What was the take when I did it?
Yeah.
But I miss doing it with him. It was fun.
We had a good time, Justin. All right, moving on to Texas
God, we still got
versus
3 more games,
Oklahoma. We'll be quick. Well, bam, bam, bam. That Streble's O face.
That's gross.
Well, it's a lot more expressive than that.
Are you usually on top or are you on bottom? We talked about this at work today. Not you, but period.
It depends. Depends on the mood.
So you're okay with being on top? Like, I feel like I always can use the excuse, babe, I'm too big. Like, you
gotta mix it up, buddy.
No.
You gotta.
I mean, listen to Zachy C. He knows
Oh,
what's going on.
I'm going on 8 years of marriage. I think I'm all right. She hasn't filled the paperwork yet. She's asking for more children.
Exactly.
It'll be all right.
You're in a great spot.
Yeah.
You're in a great
doing
spot.
well.
You do have to be
You're
an
good.
athlete. You
All
do
right.
have to have some sort of athletic ability.
The Red
You
River.
don't.
The
shootout.
The Red River rivalry.
Half of you
That is
don't.
tough.
The Red
River rivalry.
Texas.
Yeah, you
I
can't
mean,
say shootout.
This has
We're
got
calling
Texas,
it the shootout.
This has got Texas written all over it.
No question.
Quinn Ewers is coming back.
Yep.
Oklahoma's losing one of their best receivers.
Yep.
Brent Venables can't put together an offense worth a damn. Texas is going to roll them. I mean, roll them. I take Texas all day, every day, twice on Sunday. Longhorns, Sark after dark. Let's go.
Hook 'em horns, baby.
Hook 'em horns.
Yeah, I mean, I think, especially with Ewers, I think Quentin Ewers got to come back because he's still trying to make that Heisman campaign.
Yeah,
So
great
my
point.
man's been out for what, 2-3 weeks?
Like 4 weeks.
It's been
He's been out 3 weeks now.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he got hurt in Michigan, right?
No, next game
Next
against
game, okay.
whoever they played.
But he's got to put up some yards, put up some points, get some stats going. So man, my man's gonna be slinging it, man. Hook 'em horns, baby.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think this is close. Oklahoma's down 5 receivers. They've got the 121st ranked offense in the country. They're starting a true freshman quarterback against one of the best defenses in the country, against a Heisman Trophy candidate. 14.5 is not large enough. Texas
about to
wins
say
this
that.
game. Texas rolls in this game. This could be 35-10. Blowout fashion.
Yeah, I agree.
This rivalry is either like a field goal game or it's a massive blowout. I think this is going to be massive blowout. Texas dominates them.
So that means Oklahoma's gonna win.
So, Fro, are you going to be the sitting voice here? Or are you going Longhorn?
No, I'm going Longhorns. I'm just going to keep it short like you guys did. Welcome to being the new Arkansas of the SEC.
Texter, firm in the round mound of horizontal action. All right.
That's a tongue twister.
All right. Now we had the Zachy C. Zach Cantrell Bowl. We have Ohio State at Oregon. The Ducks have not looked very impressive. Ohio State hasn't played a soul yet. The first. Now, Zach.
Yeah.
What are your feelings on Will Howard? Do you like Will Howard? Is he all right? What do you feel about Will Howard?
Will Howard, to me, is a lot like Mac Jones on the 2020 Alabama team, where if he's the 5th best player in their offense, that's a perfect fit. And I think that's exactly what he is. When you've got Quidshot Judkins, Travion Henderson, Jeremiah Smith, and Emeka Ibuka, I mean, with those kind of weapons, you can have a bum playing quarterback, and he's going to put up numbers. The big thing for me is just don't turn the ball over. He's had back-to-back games with an interception. He can't do that in this game. But Will Howard's a run threat in a way that past Ohio State quarterbacks have not been. He's very good at getting the ball out of his hands, that RPO action. He's usually made pretty good decisions out of it. So I like Will Howard in general, as long as he just doesn't turn the ball over. And like I said, if he just lets the playmakers around him be the stars, I think they're going to be just fine.
All right. I mean, is it a Ryan Day? Is it a game where Ryan Day has got to win a game like this?
Yeah,
Like
he's
has
not
to.
had a good record against top 10 teams or teams with what you would call equal talent.
Dan Lanning's good, too. I like Dan Lanning a lot.
But Dan Lanning's also lost to his rival in Washington, but you don't hear
True.
about that.
Good
That's
point.
true.
Yeah.
Because
Neither
nobody
one of these
cares.
coaches have done well against rival teams. But I've not been all that impressed with Oregon so far this season. They've
Yeah,
had
Dylan
a game
Gabriel's
against Idaho
whatever.
and barely beat Boise State. They're 102nd in the nation in red zone offense. Ohio State is perfect as far as red zone offense. Only one time they didn't score a touchdown. They're 20 for 21 on the season. Oregon's defensive backs, I should say, are 6 foot and under.
like that.
There you go,
That's very
D-backs. But they're 6 foot and under. Ohio State's got 3 receivers that are 6'1" or over, so they're going to throw a lot of jump balls in this game. And we haven't even talked about the best backfield tandem in the country with Henderson and with Judkins. Those guys are fresh. I think Ohio State goes in. this won't be a blowout for 4 quarters, but I think in the second half, come to the fourth quarter, I think Ohio State pulls away. The Oregon interior of their offensive line is a trouble unit, too. Ohio State's defensive line, I think, takes advantage of that. I think 31-21 Ohio State, something along those lines. Competitive game for about 3 quarters. Ohio State wears them out in the fourth quarter.
Okay, Jeffrey.
Couldn't get all the Ohio State D in my mouth.
That was the most professional shit that's ever happened.
That was.
Yeah.
Dylan Gabriel's the better quarterback of the two. I will
No,
say that.
I agree with you. I'm picking Ohio State. I just loved all the Ohio State.
Hey, remind me not to use that.
What did I say?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
we're not
I forgot
using
you're
that
the only one that uses this. My
Not
bad.
using that one anymore.
I got a white one you can use.
That's why you got a wrap on it. There you go.
Hey,
Take the condom
It's
off.
actually, the white one's actually bigger, which is surprising. It doesn't happen often.
Jeffrey's just stunned.
No, I'm not. I'm just soaking it in, baby. I love it so much.
What do you think, Jeffrey?
I can't say shit. I mean, my man
White
Cantrell just glazed over with.
He did. No, he did. He went to a different body.
Yeah, he did. Listen, the one thing that I will say about Oregon, yeah, they haven't played shit. They played cupcakes. Both teams really have.
Right.
I mean, out of the teams that either team's played, what is Iowa the best, or maybe Michigan
Iowa
State
or Boise State?
Boise
probably.
State? Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
Boise
agree
State
with
was
that.
tough.
Yeah.
Obviously, they got the Heisman Trophy frontrunner and running back.
Yeah.
But Austin Stadium's crazy.
It is.
Austin Stadium is absolutely nuts. That's a bucket list for me. And Ohio State. I mean, yeah, they're used to playing Penn State, Michigan. I know but it's a different animal over there. Like those Oregonians or how
Oregonians, I think.
Whoa,
Either way,
watch out what you're saying with guineas over here. Let's watch out. Don't say guineas in front of me.
I don't even know what that means. What's that mean?
A
It's
guinea?
an Italian slur.
Oh, it is.
Madon. You know what I'm saying? Don't say no, Madon.
Oh, golly.
You're fine.
What's his face? New York Mike's gonna come after me.
Yeah,
That horse.
Where's New York Mike?
That horse
New
right
York
there behind
Mike.
us.
He's got a silencer.
Yeah.
He's got an envelope with anthrax in it for you.
I've heard about those envelopes. Listen, I think I'm going to Oregon. Man, I am.
I am
I don't
too.
know if I
don't know why,
man,
but I am.
Because technically it's a pick-em. I mean, Ohio State is a 3-point. No, it's not.
No,
Never
it's not
mind.
a pick 'em.
No,
Ohio
it's
State's a 3-point
6-point.
fit. Yeah,
it's
it'd
a
be 6 in
6-point.
Columbus,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, exactly. So, man, I'm going to Oregon. I don't know why. I'm just them.
I'm going to Oregon until Ryan Day can prove that he can win a big game like
That's
that.
fair.
That is true.
That-
but
that-
he's not
that-
coaching against Jim Harbaugh in this game.
No,
That's
he's
a good
not
point.
coaching against Michigan.
No, he's
Yeah.
not. So there's something to. I can't wait. Listen. Both we have.
Are you BYU soaking?
I don't know what that means.
Well, it's a Mormon thing.
I'm not. Obviously, I'm not Mormon.
Well,
Yeah, think about that. But listen, you got
I don't wanna think
you
about
got
that.
Ole Miss at LSU 7:30 kick. You got Ohio State at Oregon 7:30
Yeah.
kick. UK at Vandy 7:45. I don't have enough TVs.
Multi-view, baby.
I don't have enough TVs.
It was bandwidth.
Yeah.
Enough bandwidth for all that.
Go to
could you
YouTube
imagine
TV, get the
band-
multi-view, you're good.
Like that's the reason why I wouldn't go to the Vandy game, because I need to watch these other two games.
No, I'm recording the games because I'm going to watch them on Sunday. But no, you're exactly
Yeah.
right. It makes for a tough watch.
Look at this. The sun started going down. Streble's glowing now.
He is
Look
glowing.
at him.
He's the only one with the
He's
sunglasses
got
on,
the
too.
best position, too. Like
at
the light's
him.
hitting perfectly.
I'm orange like Trump. So fro.
47.
What do
The
you
orange
think?
man, the bad orange man. Not
What do
the
you-
great one.
What do you think, so
I don't
fro?
say
I
that.
already
Some people
went.
say
Some
that.
people, a
You
lot of
went?
people
Oh,
say
Yeah,
okay.
remember I said,
yeah,
little
you did,
thing.
you did.
Yeah.
I don't
All right,
remember.
so Jeffries and I are saying Oregon's going to win. Ohio State for Cantrell and so far. All right, last one, Ole Miss at LSU. It's a big game, LSU.
I'm excited about this one.
Kind of been like hit or miss this season. Ole Miss drops the game to Kentucky, but they go back on the road and they beat the hell out of South Carolina.
Blasted him.
But Death Valley at night is a different animal
It's a crazy place.
altogether.
It's a crazy place.
You've been there. You've
I
played
have.
there before.
I played D-line in that game.
I'm
Imagine
go-
that.
did
Had-
you really?
Had 3 tackles talk to me.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
you
talking
did.
about.
I did.
Let's
I
go.
did.
Both sides of the ball, baby.
Let's go.
That was rough.
I'm going.
I think the tackles were like 30 yards down the field. I wasn't getting no pressure.
You're huffing and puffing.
I wasn't getting no pressure. Listen,
I'm going
to
LSU in this game. I think LSU pulls off the win. I just think that there's magic in the air. Mike the Tigers gonna be growling. Gonna be growling at Lane Kiffin and Jackson Dart. I think they pull it off. I think LSU pulls off the upset. They win the football game.
I'm with you. I got LSU in this game because it's at night. Garrett Nussmeier on this year, 15 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He's been very
good.
We kind of haven't talked much about LSU because
stat.
they lost to USC and they really haven't beaten anybody of substance since. I guess South Carolina might count. They won that game on the road. But Ole Miss is banged up. Their offensive line's banged up.
Yeah.
The wide receivers are kind of banged up. And Tiger Stadium at night, you've got to be a much better team to beat LSU at night. I don't think Ole Miss is that much better than LSU, so I got LSU.
All right.
Listen,
Jeffries?
I've been, like I said, I've been down there. It's a crazy place to play. I used to love not only in our games, but the Tim Tebow Florida games.
Those were
great. Wow.
Where he did, yeah, the 07 game. Yes,
yeah.
it was
Les
crazy.
went 5 for 5 on fourth down.
Oh, it was fantastic. And he was just chewing grass. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
He had to shit a fucking hay bale that night.
Jacob Hester.
Pooping a hay bale. Jacob Hester, you're damn right.
Jacob Hester, he was in San Diego with me when I was with the Chargers.
Really? How about that?
Yeah, he was very
right.
upset with me that we beat him that year.
He
As he should have
can
been.
kick rocks.
Yeah, he was.
Get the hell
Awesome
outta
dude.
here.
Fantastic
Get outta
dude.
here.
One of the few white running backs, especially back then.
Him and Christian McCaffrey are the two.
Yeah, I don't think Christian McCaffrey was born
Gritty
then.
kind of guy.
But, man, I think Lane is going to coach his fucking ass off this game.
Okay.
I think he's going to throw the bag.
Okay.
I don't think let me rephrase that. I don't think he has a choice. I think he has to throw the bag at this game.
Yeah.
I think the Lane train comes in, choo, motherfucker, let's go. Let's get this dub, baby.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
when you put it as Brian Kelly versus Lane Kiffin,
Yeah.
I mean,
And
I'll choose Lane Kiffin. That's a good point.
And I like Jackson Dart over Garrett Nussmeier or whatever the fuck his name is.
Nussmeier.
Yeah. And he knew that. He knew that
He
that
had
off the-
stats in his
That's
head.
great. Like he is just.
College football savant.
That's
Well, I
crazy.
do a
what he is.
podcast twice a week, so I've kind
see, I
of
didn't know
remembered
that.
this stuff.
Well, you,
Sofro, what do you think? You like Ole Miss or LSU?
This is one of those difficult ones for me because I love to do the transitive property thing, but it never works, right?
No.
So I look early on. I remember that game with South Carolina and LSU, and it was a close one there
Yeah,
at the end.
It was. South Carolina should have won that game.
Yeah, and then Ole Miss blasting South Carolina. I'm going to do this because I'm not going to bring any value to this conversation. I'm just thinking of how I'm gonna pick this game because of that. So because of that, I'm gonna go with Double J, and I'm gonna pick. I was about to say South Carolina.
Okay.
Ole Miss to go out there and win this game. I was impressed with what they did to South Carolina.
I was too,
after
especially
that
there.
game against Kentucky.
Yeah.
Especially and there.
Yeah,
and Willie Rice.
I was impressed with that. Maybe there was a tweak, maybe a little tweak by Lane Kiffin.
John Calipari.
and they're fixed. They're good to go.
What's that like?
So anyway, I'm going hotty toddy.
All right, well, let's wrap it up here, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks to everyone for showing out here at Hawks, and then enjoy Oktoberfest. Justin Jeffries, Zach Cantrell, Justin Sofro, James Streble. Everyone have a great weekend. Enjoy the games. I'll see you at Kroger Field. Everyone have a great night. ESPN Louisville Plus. Smash like, smash subscribe. Help us out here and keep growing the channel. Have a great night.